So you need to know exactly what's coming in, how many are under contract, how many you think, and you need to measure this. You need to look at this. You need to also predict what's going to happen throughout the course of the year. There's going to be things you're counting on. There's going to be things you think that are going to pan out that don't. Then what that does is it forces you, whenever you get a customer, you treat them differently because there's no more assuming it's going to work out. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't, because they could change their mind. You could also drop the ball, whether you know this or not. So here's what I want to talk about right now. And this is something that over time, I think I just understand. I probably don't do a good enough job of teaching it. Whenever you approach a customer, they're going to feel a certain way. They're going to feel like you're there to service them, or they're going to feel like you have just tried to sell them. They're going to feel like they're being sold in a bad sense. It's going to come from their past. So every time you take a phone call, every time you meet somebody, they're going to develop either this or that, or maybe even you could add something else where they just think you suck, which does not matter because they're going to put you over here in the loser category. So there's really two categories. They either want to work with you or they don't, and there's probably more reasons. And here's what's working against you. Most people have had bad experiences. Most people are sold every day. How many phone calls do you get every day from somebody from Google, your extended warranty? Do you have, hell, you ain't even got to have student loan debt and they're still calling you. Credit card companies, everybody's calling you. So what that's done to us is we always feel like we're being sold. Mm-hmm. So we don't just walk away from that experience or that phone call and go into a new conversation with somebody without bringing that with them. So a good salesperson has to focus here, service, and it all begins with your attitude. Now, I think you've got a good attitude. I think you come in and you did whenever you're thinking about a good attitude, how approachable are you? What are things that they need to hear, they need to see, they need to feel from you to feel like you're over here on this side? What is their feeling? What's the first thing? I think it all begins with this. A big old smile, a smiley face. Other things that you should be seeing as I can. Everything needs to be positive. Even when you don't know, how can you make people feel good? See, I know a lot of agents where they try to be professional and they're going to tell people, they're going to feel like I'm telling them the truth. And whenever you get over here in this bad sense, I start to feel like you can't help me. Yeah. These kind of things would be like, I don't know. That's bad. Something else is, it's sold. Something else might be, what is your budget? You know, there's a lot of bad questions you start asking these people. How much time do you think their brain needs to make up a decision that you're on the bad side?
Split second.
It happens that quickly. And I don't think you need to tell people, I'm here to provide great service. I think it needs to be demonstrated. You need to try to do this without saying it, because whenever you start saying, I'm here for great service, they probably have heard that and they probably assume I'm being sold again. So it's all in your action. So most of the time when you first meet with somebody, now look, whenever there's a lot of trust, a lot of this goes away because they've already made the decision. You're probably on this side when there's trust. But we deal with a lot of people where we start from zero. Actually, we don't get the opportunity to start from zero. We start out with them not trusting us. Mm-hmm. That's why they call or they get off the phone as quickly as possible. That's why they ask for very specific things and then they try to hang up on you, because you're starting out less than zero. So knowing this information, having this awareness, what it does is it prepares you to go from negative, you're just trying to get to zero to make it even, then you can start building trust with them. So whenever you're talking to people, how are you making them feel within a minute? They can tell. They can tell if they feel like this person's going to help me. I'm over here on this good side. And everywhere we go, when you go to a restaurant, like me and my wife went out and had our last cheat meal on Sunday, and the guy came up, and he was just kind of a dick, like when we were asking, and it really formed an opinion later on. He overcame it, but if he would not have approached me like he did, he would have been a lot better off. But most of the time, we don't give people that much time. I'm sitting in a restaurant. I got to find out, hey, he's all right. Mm-hmm. But in our world, people don't hang on that long. We don't have them captive. It's seconds, it's minutes, and then it's gone. So the way you're going to outshine people, the value you're going to bring to them is their eyes light up when you're around them. You turn them on, like you're plugging in a lamp. They light up. They feel good. Like whenever the weatherman gets around people, he's got an excitement that it really inspires him or them. Focus on, number one, knowing you're at a deficit. They don't trust you. And maybe it's not your fault. Maybe it's their past thoughts. Maybe it's their past experiences. Maybe somebody's told them. Salespeople today they got to come out of a hole first. And the way you're going to do this is with a great attitude, with making them feel service. And this is how you're going to separate yourself. Don't matter what you know if they don't like you. It don't matter that you know everything about this neighborhood. It doesn't matter if you know everything about Murfreesboro, Tennessee real estate. What matters is that feeling they have about you, because their emotions lead most of their decisions. If I don't like you, I will find reasons why you're not any good.